And he looks at me and he goes, "So, is obesity running your family?" I looked at him and I said, "Doc, nobody runs in my family."
That was Russ L'HommeDieu 10 years ago. Slicing through the waters off Long Island, New York in his kayak, Russ cuts a very different image today. Just over 200 pounds, literally half the man he used to be.
So I went for a job as a belly dancer. You know, they told me I was overqualified.
A physical therapist who did stand-up comedy on the side. He stopped joking when his doctor told him he was pre-diabetic, meaning Russ, like 79 million other Americans, was on a road that could lead to blindness, stroke, amputation, even death.
For the first time in my life, I was confronted with the reality that I was sick.
But even more than his own health, he says the effect the weight was having on his family really turned him around.
My son wanted a kayak for his birthday. And I thought about it and I said, no, you can't have a kayak because you're not going out in the bay alone and I'm not getting in one of those things.
So he got off the couch, got into the kayak, and started paddling. Beyond his newfound love of the sport, he had to fundamentally change his outlook on food.
Like anyone else who's heavy, I was perpetually on a diet. I was always losing weight. In fact, I can say quite honestly that I got to be 400 pounds while I was on a diet.
How hard is it to lose it for 10 years? Like, what is the real secret behind that?
And the funny thing is, it's simple but not easy.
Not easy, but it paid off. The threat of diabetes is gone. And after 10 years, so are the old food habits.
Can anybody really lose this much weight?
Absolutely, and keep it off. And I'm not that extraordinary, but I live an extraordinary life, and that's the difference.
A new world opened up for Russ and his family. Rock climbing, scuba diving, and still, every day, kayaking.
This has nothing to do with losing weight. It really doesn't. This has to do with gaining life.
To mark a decade since his dramatic transformation, Russ is doing something equally extraordinary.
I'm going to kayak the complete circumference of Long Island, New York. It's about 270 miles, and it includes large portions of open ocean paddling.
The journey will take 10 days, about 35 miles a day. Russ's wife will follow on land and meet him at the end of each day's grueling paddle. He'll be burning 7,000 calories a day. So for the first time, he says he'll have to worry about getting enough to eat. And for Russ, the journey brings the story of that catalytic kayak full circle.
One of the main messages I want to get out there is that no matter what challenges you have in your life, there are no barriers that are too big for you to climb over or go around. In this case, Long Island.
With Everyday Health, I'm Stephanie Tsai.
Let him get small.